So I am going to go ahead and record this for the ones who couldn't be in here, and I'll put it like on a YouTube video, and we'll just go from there because some couldn't be on there. So I'm just going to open and welcome. Thanks all of y'all for being here. Jody, there's like 11. Did I count that right? 11 of us here. Yay. I thought there was going to be like 3.
Good.
So I was so excited when I walked in. Thank y'all for getting out in the weather. Okay, so we're going to review the minutes from the last meeting. And since Kelly is home quarantined, I'll say a little prayer for her. And many of you on here who are hoping that you're only in quarantine to be safe. The meeting was October 18th, called to order by me. Minutes from July 2020 were read by Kelly. Cindy approved the minutes and Pam Lanfear seconded them. The treasurer's report was given by me and Joanna. The current balance at that time was $23,564.18, but would be $23,807.37 after all outstanding checks and deposits were cleared. Jody approved to move to approve the minutes, and Lisa Lynch seconded all of those. Roll call was done by Mindy. Members present and the members absent. Point system was reviewed. Remember that you have to have 5 total points are needed each year, where there are currently being an opportunity to earn up to 7 points, including 4 meetings and 3 events. And yes, being on the Zoom does count. I know some of you asked that. Under old business, we did an update from the golf committee. Update was given by Jody Mann. $10,833.19 was the net profit from this year's Spirit of Christmas tournament, fundraising tournament, I don't know what we call it. We had 16 teams play, 5 sponsors that did not play, and 30 sponsors to sponsor a child. Jody opened the floor for ideas or changes that needed to be made the next year. Time slots for members not on the committee may be changed next year. Update from the Spirit of Christmas. Update was given by Mindy. Applications were ready, and they'd be at the library by October 26th. Applications were due back by November 3rd. Money trees and were some sponsor ideas. A penny drive was being held at the local schools, and Mindy would pass around a sign-up sheet. Update from the social media public relations. We were looking for a volunteer. Kylie volunteered after the meeting. Way to go. Update from the outreach committee. Update was given by Amy Holler. A $200 gift card was given to the family. Ideas were given about the possibility of having a future fundraiser like Spirit of Christmas, with Spirit of Christmas. New business. At that time, we had 3 openings. Jody Mann and Susan Kaufman will email applications. Names given as ladies that were interested were Ashley Smith, Tiffany Donnelly, Ashley Dunlap, Katie, never Messelman, and Amber Everett. Social ideas. The idea to have a Christmas social painting party was given as an idea. A poll will go out later to determine the time and date. Community needs, community events. November 30th was the annual tree lighting from 4 to 8. The annual parade of lights is scheduled for December 3rd. Pam Lanfear is looking into bell ringing for the Salvation Army. The last thing we said under new business, if you had not paid your dues, so please do so. Closing items. The next meeting would be January 24th. So not used to reading all of these. At 5 o'clock, attendance door prize was provided by the golf committee and was won by Misty Morrow. The next door prize would be given by the Spirit of Christmas committee with a BWC shop set up through Ink and Stitch, and the meeting was adjourned. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes? Okay. Wait, who motioned? Just give me a name. Diane. And then, okay, that way I have it written down. Okay. Though y'all both said it simultaneously. All in favor? Aye. Raise your hand on the Zoom if you're in favor. Any opposed? Did anybody have any objections or comments on it? Thanks. Kelly, should have let you read those. I wasn't very good at that. All right. Let's move on to the treasurer's report. All of you should have gotten it on your email. I did not print that many. So hold on. I'm going to turn it around and let Joanna speak. Oh, wait. I don't know how it did that. Hold on. Let's go back over here. All right. Ready? Stare right into the camera to all these. Just kidding.
The balance in the bank account as of 10/18 was $23,564.18. We had all the outstanding items have cleared. There's quite a bit of activity. In total, there was 6,724 even in deposits. We had 13,954.84 in debits. Leaving our balance as of Friday, 16,333.44. The Spirit of Christmas saw the bulk of the activity. On 10/18, the balance was $15,350.05. We had some reimbursement checks. We had some deposits come through from the Angel Trees and the Walmart transactions. Seeing the balance now at $6,951.26. The outreach committee had on 10/18 a balance of $3,499.86. We had some reimbursement for some chemo kits, but the balance as of Friday at $2,667.41. The operating balance on 10/18 was $2,325.12. We had deposits come through for the club dues. We had some debits come through with the renewal of our Chamber of Commerce, the country club meeting, and the post office box was renewed, leaving our balance now at $2,920.52. The scholarship committee on 10/18 had a balance of $2,389.25. We had some silent auction items coming through deposits, so from the golf committee or from the fundraiser, putting the balance now at $3,794.25.
Okay, so we have a motion to approve the financials.
I'll second.
Who seconded? Okay. Any questions on that, on the financials? For those of you who knew that I attempted to do some Facebook fundraiser and it went into the black hole, it actually came through. I don't know how. I don't know how it ended up in the post office box. I don't have a clue how any of that worked. I just asked her one day and she's like, yeah, we got to check. And I was like, it's pretty creepy because I don't remember putting in the women's club information. Just the money was not ever apparent anywhere. And then it just showed up. But who cares? It showed up. And so we know that it works. I just don't like the way we did it. So Kylie's going to make it better because that was jacked up. Okay. So,
and how much was it?
Who saw me that night try to do that and then the money disappeared. That was crazy. Okay, so when we go through these different committees, we'll kind of talk about what they have. Thank you, Joanna, for doing that. Okay, roll call, Mindy, anything?
I think we're good. I went ahead and printed out everybody's attendance.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna pass it around and just let everybody make sure that I have it correct, for those of y'all that are here. If anybody else has any questions, they can just, email me and I'll tell them what they have.
Okay.
But just so everybody knows where they're standing. Because
Okay.
you have to have 5 points. We have like 3 more, well, this meeting and then 2 more activities that outreach does anything.
Doesn't it go July to July, July to June?
Right.
So we still have 2 more meetings. Oh, no, July will be the next.
We
You have 1
started
more
in
meeting.
July,
Right.
So we have this meeting, outreach, and then April's meeting.
Okay.
Next. So I'll just pass it around. Y'all
You
can
need to do something so we can.
Well, I mean, you don't have to.
Okay.
But
So
that just lets everybody know where they're at.
So let's review that on the things that are counting for you because we said there's only 7 and you have to have 5 points. Is that what we said in the meetings last time?
Yes.
So you have 4 meetings. You have Spirit of Christmas working at Walmart,
And then the golf tournament, and then whatever outreach does.
the golf tournament, and then whatever outreach event if you volunteer anytime there.
Did we do one last year? An outreach? So if we didn't do one, it would be 5 out of 6.
The rodeo was canceled last year.
But you're on a new year, so we haven't even made to the outreach part this year yet.
Yeah. That's what I just meant.
If y'all have any questions, please put them in the chat.
No, okay.
How much was the check from the Facebook fundraiser? Pam, it was $300.
I would think if y'all didn't do anything, that wouldn't count. Right?
That's what I was asking.
Yeah, so is it.
Yeah, so then-
But that was last year. We haven't even got to outreach for this year. So if you don't do anything this year, we don't know. You have to get 5 out of the 6 things. You still have to have 5 points, right?
Yeah.
We'll come up with something. We'll do a scholarship fundraiser or something. We'll be like, bake a cake. I'm just kidding. Anyway, we'll look at the list. And if we have anybody who is in danger, we'll just reach out to them.
Yeah.
We can reach out to them and then we'll figure it out. Unfortunately, guys, it's a crazy year. It's hard we got to keep up with our bylaws and we don't want to give people an out to not be present. we want you to show, we're a service organization, so you have to do your service job, right? So we've got to figure out to make sure that we're getting everybody's points. Okay. Thank you for that, Mindy. Did y'all have any other questions? Let me check. We probably won't read out loud right now everybody's points, but we'll look at it and then we'll just contact. Don't worry. We'll make sure everybody's good. Okay. Cindy, Jody, do we have anything from the golf committee that we need to update? I think we did that last time. Jody, I'm looking at your face. Do we?
No. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. Oh, hold on.
Okay.
I have to unmute you.
Okay. I say
Sorry.
the ones here are
Go ahead.
shaking their head.
Yeah,
But,
unmute yourself
okay.
and talk to me.
Okay. Now can you hear me?
Just kidding. I still can't hear you.
Mm,
There you are.
Okay. Now you can hear me? Okay, perfect. No, nothing major that has happened for the golf tournament. I think normally we don't really start meeting or even kind of coming up with a date until the springtime. I know that's when the country club will meet, the board members will meet to start talking about any summer golf tournaments. So again, I think we talked about last time that if September, October, I think October usually works well for everybody, that I will put a request in for a couple weekends and then request to, have the board approve our tournament. Other than that, nothing really needs to be done or updates from the golf tournament.
All right, let's move on to Spirit of Christmas because that's a big one. Gotta make sure I got it. Okay. So Mindy, talk to us about Spirit of Christmas.
So we helped 33 families and a total of 113 kids, which is less families than we had last year, but more kids than we had.
Isn't that crazy?
So,
Hold on, I got some major feedback going.
So we had, we spent $10,798, which is a little bit over what we had raised, I think, at the golf tournament. I can't remember exactly. Which is a little less than we spent last year. But we didn't, everything went great. No problems. Everything, we were low on food. But we think that was because people were not going into Brookshire's to buy their groceries like they were doing, like having it delivered or having the pickup or whatever. So people weren't going in and actually buying the bags of food. So, and then two, we had a mix up with the manager thinking we were going to be there on a different day. And so anyway, so our food was low, but everybody got a box. So we did something. So we'll just work on that next year. But everything was great. Debit card went well. So.
Okay. So in one of our executive board meetings, is that what we're called? Or board, whatever. We had kind of talked about ideas for continuing fundraising for Spirit of Christmas where you could do it longer. But right now we're kind of getting into the outreach time. So again, the Facebook fundraiser was kind of one, sort of, we hoped. And then we could go into the outreach time now and then switch it over to the scholarship one. Like we know the Facebook, somehow it's going to be better than how I did it. The Facebook fundraiser things can work, or different ideas that can work. But did y'all think you needed to do more fundraisers before next October, or?
Well, we are low. We try to keep $10,000, and right now we're like at
72.
6, or right in there. And so we are low. We've talked about doing a bingo night.
Oh, fun.
Kathy's not here. Anyway, we talked about doing a bingo night at locality. They've agreed to do it. We just haven't picked a date and haven't set it up or anything. So we'll work on that in the spring, I think.
That would be fun too, or even like Christmas in July. We always are, people do stuff like that. So that could be a fun fundraiser. Huh?
Oh. Yeah.
Who knows? You might could do more than that. That sounds fun though.
Hopefully we'll have more options
Okay.
as things go.
All right.
We'll try to do something.
Anything else you want to, wait, let me see if any of y'all have any questions. Let me see if any of these guys have any questions. Y'all have any questions about Spirit of Christmas? I would tell you to raise your hand, but I don't really know how to tell you to do that, but oh, just like this. I know there's supposed to be something over here where you can raise your hand. Okay. All right, we're going to move on. Oh, Haley just raised her hand. I don't know how, but anyway, we're going to move on to Kylie. Kylie's going to talk to us a little bit about our social media and public relations. Congratulations. I keep throwing you under the bus today.
Yeah, like, I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to be doing, but no, I did. So I think when you did the Facebook fundraiser, anybody could put the donate button on their page, and that's what you did. I don't know. I don't see an address on here, so I don't know how they send it to you. But now you have to enroll. They have to approve you. They have to say you are a verified nonprofit.
Okay.
And I finally found it. I finally found the application. I think it's pretty simple. I just have to get some of the basic information if y'all feel like that is something we want to do. Because you can do the donate button, but you can also like do a fundraiser. So if we wanted to do a Spirit of Christmas fundraiser for a certain time, that might be good.
Mhm.
So
I think that would be great because we did that, and in 5 minutes there was all that donations. So I finally took it down because I didn't know what the heck I was doing, and I didn't know where it was going. But I didn't think it looked right coming from a personal person. Like if I was sharing Bridgeport Women's Club fundraiser, to me that would have looked more appropriate. I mean, it still worked, but I think if we get that information, and you just never know if somebody's looking at it and they're like, "Oh, I would donate to that."
I think they would.
Yeah. So, but if we geared it towards certain things at a certain time of the year and made it an event, I think that would be.
Yeah, and then
a
you
great
can
idea.
you can upload your banking information if you want, and you get the payments faster. If you don't, it takes 45 days for them to send you the money. So that's just.
So if we did one for outreach, we could set it up to be theirs.
For a certain period of time and then switch over to the scholarship one. And then when that one's over with, then switch over back to Christmas, because that's obviously our biggest expense that we ever have, I think.
So yeah, it took a while to find this, but we found it.
I'm proud of you because I tried and couldn't do it. It was very much stressing me out.
So
Everybody cool with that? Like that's a good idea to do? So smart.
no, I
So
just
proud of
Googled.
you. Google
I just
Google
searched.
saves everything. Okay. All right. Good deal. All right. Now, Amy, we're going to switch over to you to talk about outreach. Can they see you? Can you see you? I don't know.
I can't really see you now.
Okay.
I can see the tables. But you can see the long line of tables, but that's about it.
There you go. Amy is talking.
So we did 12 more bags to the cancer center last week, I believe. And so we are getting a little low on funds. So not sure. Probably gonna meet soon and see what, I know Butterfield so far is still happening. If we wanted to do something.
I don't think a rodeo is though, right? A rodeo still won't, but Butterfield will
Yeah.
so far.
I guess we'll just see. Maybe in the meantime, we might do a t-shirt like we talked about doing for Spirit of Christmas, just something through Ink and Stitch, just generic, where they donate. I don't know, but it's usually like $10 a shirt or something. that they'll donate, their profits. So just something, the only thing I can, that we rise by lifting others, or just something like that, just something positive.
Yeah. And some people will just donate to be donating if they know exactly what your cause is, what it is that you're raising money for. So how much do you like to keep in?
Doing like a cornhole tournament and like splitting the profit or whatever.
We did,
I know it's a lot of work.
at Butterfield, I think the Lions Club might be.
Are they gonna do it?
Maybe. Okay, so.
Okay, how much money do you like to keep in there? Like what makes y'all feel?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think where it is now is probably, I mean, there's nothing like an emergency situation. I mean, really thousands probably.
Okay.
Probably okay. Is it 2,400?
You are at 2,600 right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's been, forever it stayed at the same.
Good.
Amount, so it's been.
Cool. Okay. Anybody have any other comments about that? Ideas? Just check your. Sorry, Haley. Amy is very, very quiet. So basically what she said is they got to make some money. And they might do a fundraiser on the donate button, maybe with a t-shirt or something fun until we get to Butterfield, if Butterfield still takes place. Anybody feeling super positive about that?
Do they have a date already? Isn't it always?
It's always the
First of
second,
May.
I think it's always the second, Mother's Day weekend. It's always Mother's Day weekend. And we're hoping life is normal by that time. All right, so we're gonna move on to new business. Let's move on to new business, and we're gonna talk about the openings that we have. As I just let Ashley Dunlap in on the openings. Sorry, Ashley. Okay, so I think Mindy said we had 3 openings right now, and it looks like we talked about them last time, but we just talked about them. We didn't really go out. So if you have a suggestion of, oh, Nathan said May 8th is definitely Butterfield Stage Days. We're calling it into action. So if you have ideas for somebody you would like to be in, or you want the application sent to them, we do need to do that within the next week or so, including the names that were on the minutes from last time. So if you see that and you're like, yes, go forward, please send them a message. Let's get that done. Okay, next on the agenda, we were talking about a spring social, but it kind of sounds like our spring social might be the bingo night to raise money for our club. So right now, anybody else have any ideas about an idea for a spring social, or is anybody just too scared to say anything? Because you just never know, right? Anyone? Y'all are all so quiet today. All right, and then going into community needs and community events. Community needs, I always know, is up at the high school. If you ever want to drop off anything there for their, whatever their closet, I don't know what they call that closet. Do y'all know what they call that closet? Me neither. The next community events I know is the chamber banquet, which is really not a chamber banquet this year. It's a virtual banquet, in case y'all haven't heard that. It's going to be super cool. It's almost going to be like, I'm trying to think, like the music award shows or whatever, where they're at different locations. So there's going to be some people at Crazy Pablo, some people at Locality, and some people at Oak and Eden. And then there's going to be a person there that comes on the screen and talks about the crowd they've got behind them. And it'll be an online auction. But it's really to still have a fun banquet night, and you'll have different entertainment at each of those places. But wherever you choose to be is where you're going to stay. Like won't cross over. Does that make sense? So you and all your COVID-free friends can go here. If you got the COVID, you got to go to this place. If you don't, you got to go to this place. I'm just kidding. That's not how that's going to work. But it's going to be different this year. And it won't be in the big place in Decatur, so at the Civic Center. So all the details of that are still coming out. That's in February. You also will have Butterfield Stage Days, May 8th. I'm trying to think of other events. It's hard to really have events because I don't know that we really have community events going on. So anybody know of anything? The dance recital, anything you want to tell us about? Still.
Dance recital. It's on.
It's on. Anybody else? Do y'all have anything that you can think of in your organizations? I don't know of anything else either. We'll try to keep those as we can. We try to give those to Kylie to make sure that they just get out. Okay. Anybody not have their dues paid, or is everybody good? You've got 4. So will you just send me those names, and I'll just, if you get a hit list from me this week, that means you have not paid your dues. And if they're here, let's corner them. Yeah. And I know everybody, I know all the time, I'm like, did I pay those? Did I pay those? Did I pay those? I don't even know. Pretty sure I did, but I don't know. And very fortunately, you can pay those on PayPal. Okay. Does anybody have anything else? I think we talked about maybe, more like we did with FOB. I'm not sure we could do money either. Oh, Kathy is on, and she said, I think we talked about maybe doing door prizes. Ugh. door prizes like we do with FFA. I'm not sure we could do money either. Kathy, unmute and tell me what, for bingo night, yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about bingo. I think, Mindy, didn't we look up what the rules were on the, I thought we tried to look that up. I think you're right. I don't think we can give money. I think we have to do something else.
We can't give money, we can't gamble.
Oh, but prizes are fun.
I know, but we can do prizes.
But people have to pay to be
Yes.
in it. Okay.
We could do that, pay for donations. I know, Haley, we talked about doing it at locality so we could have alcohol.
Which makes you buy more bingo cards, right? And is locality like gonna let us use their place for free, or do we need to pay?
Yeah,
They
well,
are.
Haley talked to them. I
Haley,
think she said that was good.
cool.
We just don't have a date.
Do you think it's big enough?
So we talked about doing it in the spring so the weather would be nice. I think, Haley, don't they have an outdoor area they're doing?
Yes. So it's in the back. We talked about setting up like tables and different areas. Like it's like the parking lot in the back is where we were talking about doing it. So it's not like right out in the street, but it's definitely approved. Just we need to get the information to them of what we want to do and to go forward with that in a date.
I didn't even know that was back there. Have y'all been back there?
Mhm.
Very nice. Okay, and then we'll just need to know what our capacity limit is. And if we need to do 7 bingo nights, then we will. Right? Every Friday, bingo night. Come join us. That's awesome. That sounds like something fun to look forward to. So we need all of y'all to get cleaned up. No more COVID. Get it out. Be done with it. Just kidding. I don't know how that's going to keep going. Okay. Anybody else have anything else they want to add before next meeting is April 25th. I talked to Jody about this earlier. Sunday nights, we all come together, but it seems like Sunday nights keep getting harder and harder. And I don't know if that's because that's everybody's family night or you're home and getting ready for the next day. And we go during the week. So maybe we're just used to packing the week and maybe we need to do something during the week to have our attendance higher despite what all is going on in the world. So we may be looking at changing it. I know we've done it on Sunday nights for however many years we've been doing this, but
And Susan,
yes, ma'am. Who's talking to me?
it should be the April the 18th.
Oh, I was
It
going
should be
by
the 3rd.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, we moved the January one due to Martin Luther King holiday last weekend, but it should be the 3rd.
So the next one is April 18th. Tentatively, 5 o'clock. Tentatively here. But if that seems to work, then that's what we'll do. I think even with the attendance on the Zoom and here, we did really well. Okay, Mindy, do you want to do your drawing? See who's going to win? Hold on. I'll let y'all look at her again. Can you see everybody? Can they see you? I'll make everybody sick by doing that. Oh. Yay! Way to go, Yummy. What'd you get?
Gift card to, Bless Your Mouth ice cream.
That is fun. Okay. All right, all of you there, please get healthy quickly. All right, appreciate you guys jumping on. Be safe. Bye, everybody. A meeting is officially over. Bye.